We all say we understand the value of time. We agree when someone says time is precious. But if we truly understood it, would we still spend hours scrolling on our phones, delaying important work, or telling ourselves, "I'll start tomorrow"? Here is the hard truth. Time is the only thing in life that, once lost, can never come back. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose a job and find another. But a single moment, once gone, is gone forever. And the saddest part? Most of us don't realize this until it is too late. Today's story is about a father and his son. A father who watched his son waste his days. Instead of giving another lecture, he gave him something unexpected, an old watch and a powerful question. A question so simple that no one in the market could answer it. But its meaning changed the boy's life forever. So stay with this story until the end. Because sometimes, one story at the right time can wake something inside you that years of advice never could. In a small town surrounded by green fields and dusty roads, there lived a father and his son. The father was a hard-working man. He woke up before sunrise, took care of his small shop, and came home tired but satisfied every evening. But his son was very different. The boy did not like work. He woke up late, walked around with friends, sat at tea stalls, watched others work, laughed, and only returned home when he was hungry. He always said, "There is still plenty of time," as if life would wait forever. At first, the father tried to guide him gently. Then he warned him. Then he became silent, but wisdom enters only when the heart is ready. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The father watched his son waste one morning after another. It troubled him deeply. He was not afraid that his son was poor. He was afraid that his son did not understand what he was losing. One evening, as the sun set and warm light filled their home, the father walked to an old wooden cupboard in the corner. He opened it slowly and took out a watch wrapped in soft cloth. It was old, but it still worked. Its hands moved quietly and steadily. The next morning, he called his son. The boy came slowly, rubbing his eyes. The father gave him the watch and said, "Take this to the market. Ask people how much they will pay for it. Go to many people, listen carefully, then come back and tell me." The boy was surprised, but it sounded easy. The market was full of life. Sellers shouted prices. Shopkeepers arranged their goods. Buses passed, raising dust into the air. The boy showed the watch to different people. At the first shop, a cloth seller looked at it and said, 500 rupees. Not more. At another shop, a grocery seller said, maybe 800. It looks okay. Near the end of the street, a man selling metal items said, I'll give 1,000. By afternoon, the boy went home. The father asked, what did you learn? The boy said, everyone gave different prices. One said 500, another said 800, another said 1,000. No one agreed. He expected his father to explain, but the father said nothing. The next day, the father gave him the watch again and said, go back to the market. This time, don't ask for the price of the watch. Ask for the price of the time inside it. The boy was confused. The price of time? Just go, the father said calmly. So the boy went again. At the first shop, when he asked the question, the man laughed loudly. Price of time? What kind of joke is that? At another shop, a woman waved him away. Go home. Stop wasting people's time. One man said, you can't put a price on time. Now leave. The boy felt embarrassed. His steps became slow. For the first time in many months, he felt ashamed. He had never really thought about time before. Now he walked through the same market, hearing laughter and carrying a question he did not understand. Everywhere he went, people laughed, ignored him, or dismissed him. He felt foolish and ready to give up. But just before going home, he noticed a small shop in a quiet corner. It was a watch repair shop, filled with many clocks ticking softly. Inside sat an old man with gray hair and kind eyes, carefully fixing a watch. The boy walked in and asked one last time, "What is the price of the time inside this watch?" The old man stopped working. He looked at the boy, not with laughter, but with understanding. Then he said, "The watch has a price. One person may say 500, another may say 1,000. But the time inside it has no price." He continued, "Son, you have asked a very important question. The answer is simple: time has no price. Not in money, not in gold, not in anything. Son, you can buy a watch, but you cannot buy time. If a rich man loses money, he can earn it again. If a farmer loses crops, he can grow more. If a shop burns down, it can be rebuilt. But if 1 hour of your life passes, can anyone bring it back?" The boy slowly shook his head. "Not even 1 second," the old man said. "That is why time is the most valuable thing. It is free, but priceless." The shop was quiet, filled only with the sound of ticking clocks. "Time has one bad side and one good side," the old man continued. "The bad side is that it never stops. It moves on, whether you are ready or not. It does not wait for anyone. The good side is that you can choose how to use it. Everyone gets the same 24 hours each day, rich or poor, young or old. The difference between success and failure is not luck or talent. It is how a person uses those hours. One uses time to build a future. Another wastes it." Every word touched the boy deeply. Something changed inside him, something no lecture had ever done. "I understand now," he said softly. The old man gave him the watch and said, "Then don't just understand, change." The boy ran home and told his father everything, word for word. His eyes were full of excitement the father had never seen before. When he finished, the father gently placed his hand on his shoulder. No long speech was needed. The lesson had finally reached his heart. From that day, the boy began to change. The father did not force wisdom through words. He gave his son an experience. He let him face the world, feel the confusion, and discover the truth himself. That is how real change happens, not through someone else's words, but through our own understanding. So here is the lesson for you. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop saying, "There is still plenty of time." Start now. Start small. Wake up a little earlier. Spend less time on distractions. Pick up that book. Start that project. Have that conversation you've been avoiding. Every hour you invest in yourself today is building your future. Remember, you can replace almost everything in life but not time. Not even a single moment. Respect your time. It is the most valuable thing you will ever have. Now think about this: what is one thing you have been delaying that you will start today? Write it down and make a promise to yourself. If this story touched you, like and share it so others can learn from it too. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that can change your life. I'll be back with another powerful story. Until then, stay patient. Stay grateful. And remember, your time is your life. Use it wisely.